Okay, in this video we're going to be looking at 3 different sets. I have the Ian Malcolm set. I'm not really sure what that's called. It's a Mattel Creations exclusive. I don't know if that was one of the con exclusives or not. I have to look that up. But they had it on Mattel Creations. That's where I got it. And I know the Steven Spielberg set is a San Diego Comic-Con 2023 exclusive. I also got it off Mattel Creations. I believe they still have those. And then I got the Velociraptor Containment Chaos Pack. I believe that's a Target exclusive. We'll look at all these today. Alright, let's start with this one. This is the Steven Spielberg San Diego Comic-Con 2023 figure. I just got it from Mattel Creations. And I'll open the outer box here. And there's a whole nother box in there, so maybe it won't be damaged. That's good. Cue dramatic box opening music. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got another box. Alright, nice Jurassic Park box there. Alright, got the Jurassic Park logo. Whoop, knocking stuff over here. Alright, and then we'll open this box. And there's another box. It's like a Russian nesting doll thing. Oh, cool. And it looks like a those clapperboard things. Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's look at this. Oh, that's neat. So you can actually go action. Alright, this looks better than I thought it would, actually. That's a pretty good looking Steven Spielberg likeness. I was hearing people complaining about it not looking good, but I think it looks good. Maybe the prototype was in the pictures, didn't look as good. But the actual figure looks pretty good to me. I like the little clapperboard box. I almost don't want to take this out of the box. Got the chair, it says Steven Spielberg. And the camera. I wonder if his sunglasses come off. An industry legend, director Steven Spielberg is masterfully skilled at creating on-screen thrills. His 1993 classic Jurassic Park became a global phenomenon of epic proportions and made movie history by bringing dinosaurs to life in a ferociously striking way. That's the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary. So it says SDCC exclusive 2023 on there. So that was, is that the date of the release of the movie? Or is that actually, is this actually the clapperboard for that scene where they're shooting the part with the Dilophosaurus? Or, I don't know. I have to look into that. That's interesting. Alright, so let's see how to best get in this box. I believe it's going to be right here on the bottom. Got this piece and this piece. And I'm going to try to take this out carefully so I can put it back in the box the way it is, because I like the way it's displayed in the box. Okay, there we go. So it's got this cool backdrop. Set that there. And then it's got the dinosaur. It's got this thing that's supposed to look like a stand that it stands on, I guess. but you can use it as a regular dinosaur too if you want to. So that's pretty cool. And that's a different kind of thing there. So you got the Dilophosaurus without the thing if you want it. And it's a Hammond collection Dilophosaurus, so it's very articulated. The tail's articulated. So it's got full articulation. And I don't know if we've had a Dilophosaurus where it doesn't have some kind of aspect of it there, like it does before it shoots its thing out. So this is different. Let's see how this goes on. Oh, this part comes off too. That's interesting too. All right. I forgot which way it went. Like that. There we go. And then this goes right here, I suppose. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. His mouth opens. So this might be the best Dilophosaurus action figure we've had. Have they had one of these by itself on the package? They may have. I'll have to look. I'm not sure if this is exclusive to this pack or just a repack, but I'll have to check into that. But if you want to make it look like it's an animatronic type thing, you can do this. And that way it can look like he's being videotaped on with the part that's going to be cropped out eventually. Alright, now let's look at this. Alright, so there's his director's chair. Oh, it's got the Jurassic Park logo on the back. That's cool. And that part actually just snaps on there, so you could lose that really easily if you aren't careful. Or you can make different ones of these on a 3D printer and make different names for different movies even. So that's interesting. Alright. And then there's the camera. And it basically just turns. No fancy stuff. Oh, the viewfinder thing is movable. I think that's all though. And then there's Steven Spielberg. His shirt is very flat on the front. That's kind of awkward looking a little bit. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good looking figure. I think it looks like him. People were saying it wasn't a good likeness. I think it is. But they might have been basing their opinions off of a prototype picture or something. So I'm not sure. He's got his faded blue jeans there. Got some good... he's pretty limber, so if he wants to get down and talk to one of his Spielberg kids that's in the movie to give him some directions, he can do that. And let's see if his sunglasses come off. I don't think they do, not without messing them up. He's got eyes behind there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I'm afraid if I take them off, I won't ever get them to stay on again. All right. I may regret this, but I'm taking them off. They do come off. Oh man, that's a real good likeness, I think. Wow. I'm impressed. I think it's a good likeness. Yeah, I think those sunglasses are meant to come off. I see where they have little tabs now, so let's see if we can put them back on now. They may never go back on as good as they were when you first take them out of the box, so no, they'll be all right. You could even take your reaction Goonies figures and stuff and have them directing Goonies, or your reaction Gremlins figures. There's all your Hasbro 2008 Indiana Jones figures. All kinds of stuff he could be directing. So that's pretty cool. I think this might be the first Steven Spielberg figure we've ever had. We've had George Lucas figures, stormtroopers and whatnot, but that's pretty cool. Steven Spielberg was always one of my favorite movie makers when I was a kid, of course, being an 80s kid. So he deserves his own action figure. Let's put him in his director's chair just to see. He needs those little things you talk through, I think. That's the only thing it's missing. There he is. Oh, I got a fly in here. Yeah. So, you know what? I like the box. I think it's a nice display, but I think this fella's going to be sitting on my shelf somewhere. He looks too good to go back in the box. I might have to get a second one. But I really like it. Anybody that said they didn't want this at SDCC, they might want to rethink it, because it looks better than the pictures I saw. All right, and then let's see what else we got here. Okay, and this is also a Jurassic Park Mattel Creations exclusive. Let's open it up here. It is Ian Malcolm's book, God Creates Dinosaurs. But it's not really a book. When you open it up, it's the scene there where he's got a broken leg. A piece of plastic in here. It's got a little door that kind of opens to make it look more three-dimensional. And this part's got him. There we go.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Everything's still off. Now, eventually, you think they'll have that on the tour? When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Okay, so the bed itself is the button.
Life will not be contained.
And he's got him some little chest hair there. That's pretty good.
Wait a minute, what do you mean, Mark? Everything's still off. Now, eventually, you might have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right?
He's got his tourniquet on his leg and his unbuttoned shirt, no glasses. He's got the full articulation and everything.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, this life will not be contained.
Okay, you don't play the thing all the way through. If you push it, it goes to the next one.
You gotta go. I'm simply saying that life finds a way. See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos there. Think they'll have that on the tour?
It's got all those famous lines in there. That's pretty good. So he goes back in there pretty easily.
See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's damn slow. Now eventually you might have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right?
I'm gonna keep him in here for now. When I get a Jurassic Park diorama set up, I may.
Saying that life finds a way. Life will not be contained.
I may take it back out and use it in a diorama or something when I get my Jurassic Park world building situation set up. I'm planning on doing something down the road, but I'm gonna leave them in the box for now. We'll set this here and let Steven Spielberg be filming that scene with Ian Malcolm. Okay, Jeff Goldblum, give your line.
Think they'll have that on the tour?
Perfect. That's a wrap. All right. All right, then we got one more set we're going to look at. I have the Velociraptor Containment Chaos Pack. It just came out. I think it's a Target exclusive. That's where I got it from anyway. And it comes with the crate that from the beginning of the scene and some construction workers. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this box does not have tape. It is glued shut. So there's no easy way to open this without possibly damaging the box. They don't usually glue them. Alright, maybe they're trying to keep people from opening them and swapping out figures. I'm not sure. Okay. Ooh, okay. Got a bunch of stuff in here. Alright, I think that's the front of the cage. That's a pretty big cage. I didn't realize how big that was going to be. Alright, so this is not a Hammond collection Velociraptor. It's got those little code things you can scan somehow. I never have done those. I'll have to do a video trying those out sometime. But see, does his mouth open? Yeah. Okay, mouth does open. It kind of was hard to open the first time. Not a lot of articulation. It's pretty much just like backwards and forward with the legs. Tail does rotate. Head has pretty good range. And the mouth opens, so it's not too bad. Let's see him over there. Right, I believe he's just a repack. They did have him in the Hammond collection by himself. I'm not sure if that's the exact same figure. I have to compare that. I have that one. I hadn't opened it yet, so I will compare it to that one to see. I believe this is maybe not as articulated as the one because it's a Hammond collection figure, and this one's not got a lot of super articulation. It's not bad. All right, let's give him a gun. Okay, his hands are pretty flexible, so you can move the fingers around pretty good to make him grip his gun. He doesn't bend at the wrist, so that makes it a little tricky. If he bent at the wrist, it'd be better. I don't like that part. Can't really make him hold it right because it pulls back away. Okay. Well, so that's a fail. That should have more articulation. This wasn't a cheap set either, so, you know, it ain't like it's... They should get a pass for going cheap. Okay, let's look at these guys. Alright. So these guys don't bend at the wrist either. Helmet doesn't come off. That's alright though. And they have these little vests. They open in the back. Let's put his vest on and see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. And they have little walkie-talkies. I don't know if the walkie-talkie is supposed to go on their back. It looks like it. Or do I have it on backwards? Or can it go two different ways? No, I can't go two ways. That would be covering up his face almost. Oh well. I guess he got a place for a walkie-talkie on his back. Let's look at this one. Pretty much the same bodies. So you could do one with a vest and one without if you want to swap it up a little bit. And they have... They got one set of like knee pads, I guess. So that can also help swap it up a little bit. Gives a little bit more variety. Looks like they could give you at least two more of those so you could have a set for both people if you want them to both have one. How much would it cost to give two more knee pads? Alright, so we have a spotlight, a total of 2 walkie-talkies, a total of 2 knee pads, which to me that's unacceptable. They should give 4 knee pads. That's crazy. That shouldn't cost them that much to give us an extra set of knee pads. And let's give this guy the stun gun. And again, the hands should rotate at the wrist because you can't really get the right position to hold the guns. So that's the 2 fails on this, is that the hands don't turn at the wrist so they can hold their guns correctly, and only one set of knee pads. I guess it's supposed to make them look a little different, but I think we should have the option for both of them to have knee pads if we want. Alright, and the walkie-talkie thing's been on the back. Is that screen accurate? I don't remember. Walkie-talkies on the back. That's kind of weird. Or you can give your walkie-talkie to Jeff Goldblum, because he had a walkie-talkie in that scene actually. So that even makes more sense. We'll give it to him.
Wait a minute, what do you mean it worked? Everything's still off.
That looks better. He needed the walkie-talkie. Okay. Let's get rid of this for now. This is all taped together here. I want to see. bottom too. All right, I want to see the seam here. All right, let's look at the cage. So this should be the front or the back. The cage is pretty big. I need it sealed up, not taped up. Alright, and there's no instructions. So, this is where you have to be pretty creative, I guess. Let's see. Maybe it's self-explanatory. It's just the inside. I think this is the floor of the inside. And this looks like maybe that's where that slides down into. Or it could be this one. Huh, I don't know. We're going to learn together. All right. This has got to be the top. So these have to be the sides. Okay, that's got to go that way. So this has to slide down here, right? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I think this goes this way. Maybe this goes on the back. Let's see. Let me find the box. Okay. So this is right. And then this slides down in the front. Like so. Like that. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, I believe we got it. So that actually holds it up pretty good the way it's designed. It has these little pieces that pinch it in so it don't just fall. So you can have it up if you want. I like that. All right, so he can stick his little prod in here from the side, or they can be kind of climbing up on the side here because they have little steps. So it has some options there. And you can put the Velociraptor in there. You can have him getting eaten. See how far you go down there. His tail keeps him from, okay, here we go. Try that. Let's say his tail keeps him from tipping over too much. I want him like on him here, but not all the way out of the cage. There we go. There we go. Shoot her! Shoot her! Help me! Oh, this is great. We need to get this on film.
There you go. Now, eventually, you might have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right?
All right, so I guess overall it's a pretty good set. My two gripes are that the wrists do not turn. That's my number one gripe. And my other gripe is that you only get one set of knee pads. That wouldn't have cost that much to make another set of knee pads. Come on. And lastly, there was no instructions. So I think some people might have trouble figuring this thing out. I'm pretty technologically inclined, or whatever you want to call it, so I do pretty good with this kind of stuff, but some people don't. So I think it would have benefited to have some instructions. But overall, it's a pretty good little 3 different sets. I like them. And when I get to do my world building stuff, there's going to be a lot of potential with these. And hopefully, by the end of the year, I'm going to have a whole area that I'm going to set up to build Jurassic Park, basically. So I got a lot of dinosaurs and stuff. I need a place to display them all. So I'm going to try to make a little actual 3 3/4 inch scale Jurassic Park. But for now, I'll be putting these in a box or somewhere to keep them safe till I get ready to do that. So I'm going to look at one more thing before we go. Okay, this is the Robert Muldoon Hammond collection figure. We're going to compare the two while we're set up here. Because being a Hammond collection figure, it should have better articulation. Okay, so you got a different gun on this one. And he definitely articulates at the hands because he has alternate hands. As well as an alternate head. And that looks a lot better. Much better likeness on this one. This one's eyes look crazy, kind of. Look at the difference. That looks a lot more like the character than this. This looks more like a Kenner, old Kenner figure. Let's swap his head out. And let's swap his hands out. See. I think that hand will be alright. He even has, this one's vest doesn't open. This one's vest. You could take this one's vest off if you want to. Which gives you a lot of potential for customs even, because you could use this body for another character even. So let's use this gun and do it the way it should have been done. There we go. Now we're talking. And that's why you need articulation at the wrist. So now you can have him going, shoot her, shoot her. I don't know why I don't. I have a gun. I guess I want someone else to do it. Anyway. All right, so there's your comparison between an expensive box set and a Hammond collection figure, which isn't that expensive because you can usually find them on clearance or on sale. And it's also got the double jointed knees, where this one only just has the ball joint. He has articulation at the feet. So there's really no excuse they couldn't just put this figure in this set, because come on, all these figures should have been Hammond collection figures for the price of this set, I think. But maybe they'll give us some more articulated workers in the Hammond collection, so we'll have even more variety and we can mix and match even more. So let's hope. But as far as I'm concerned, This guy's the one that's going to be displayed in my Jurassic World when I get it set up. And this one can be a side character in the background somewhere, maybe on another part of the park with his back turned so you can't really tell. Or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, we'll use him for something, but he's not going to be my main showcase piece for sure. And this one's head don't even come off. I was going to say you could pop his head off and put the extra head on it maybe, but can't even do that. Different setups for the head there on the neck ball. So, well, there you have it, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more videos coming. And sorry if I sound off, I'm been a little sick. I got a sore throat and been coughing, so I'm getting a little better. So maybe in the next couple of days I'll start sounding like myself again. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like the video.